And speaking of citizen journalists, we have this one. UK cop caught framing citizen journalist on camera.
Not resisting.
Away.
Not resisting.
Away with that.
You're part of that group.
You're assaulting me, please.
I'm not assaulting you. I'm moving you and I'm helping you into that line. Are you drunk? You've been drinking this morning? You've been drinking this morning?
No, I've not.
You've been drinking this morning?
No, I've not.
You've been drinking?
I've had tea.
You've arrived in your car?
No, I've not.
You've arrived in your car this morning? You've had a drink, haven't you?
I am not driving.
You will be arrested. Do you consent to provide a specimen?
I do not consent to provide a specimen
You're
of breath.
under arrest for failing to provide a specimen of breath.
Another disgusting example of police overreach, just the complete police state. We saw this when the crew went up to Dallas and they were busting people's heads, shoving people over, not allowing people, peaceful protesters, to enter a space that they were told they would be able to go into. Every time I go out to the Texas Capitol building now, it seems like the Texas DPS is always out there arresting people for doing nothing more than exercising their constitutional rights. Guys out there carrying their long guns, people peacefully protesting, even the abortionists who went out there. And I'm definitely not a supporter of abortion, but I'm not a supporter of Texas DPS trying to frame people up, saying that they're throwing feces and all this. And then the case goes to court. Comes out that that was not exactly true because they had no evidence to support it. So, I call it like I see it. I don't like abortion, but I don't like you guys lying on them either. All you cricket cops out there. We had the guy on the Alex Jones radio show today talking about some local issues here in Austin. The story about Larry Jackson, also a story about a young man, a high school student who was tased by police, who was doing nothing wrong. The young man had actually broken up a fight, was standing there, minding his own business. The cop comes up behind and tases the guy. The kid falls down, busts his head open. Now the kid, he was in a coma for a long time. He's up and active now, but he still has many difficulties that are going to be facing him as his life continues. So speak out against this police state. If you are an officer, be one of the good officers. Be a shining example of people who can look at you and say, this guy isn't like all the rest. We were recently in New York for the Super Bowl. And for as many issues that I have with the NYPD, I'm not a fan of the stop and frisk. I'm not a fan of all the security cameras. I'm not a fan of them opening fire on one guy at the Empire State Building and hitting 9 other people. I don't like any of that, but I give credit where credit is due. When I went to New York this past weekend, I had no issues with the NYPD. I'm not saying that nobody else did, but me personally, I didn't. So, I give credit where credit's due, and hopefully we can get more people to act like that 365 days a year, not just be nice because you have this big crowd in town, but be good people all year round. Mandatory vehicle-to-vehicle communications coming to United States cars. Let's see what this is. The geniuses at the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration are so concerned about your safety that they have decided to take into their own hands and make it mandatory that your car wirelessly communicate with other vehicles on the road. Transportation Secretary Anthony Foxx went so far as to say the technology could save thousands of lives and even prevent accidents in the first place, which basically means they want to have an OnStar type system where they can remotely shut down your car if they feel like it, or they can be like the people who want to tax you by the mile, just like a taxi cab does, because of carbon credits. So you didn't hear about that. You can find those reports on Infowars.com. And we'll end tonight with this. Obama's next executive action: create climate hubs. Okay, so they want to regulate your land, tell you what you can and cannot do on your land, if you can have a pool, if you can have ducks and chickens and cows and what forth. This is what they want to do. This is the next thing, the next executive action. Based at existing agricultural department facilities, the hubs will assess local climate risk, such as droughts and wildfires, then develop plans for dealing with them, such as improved irrigation techniques. So which means Big Brother is coming to your land and he's going to tell you exactly what you can and cannot do to it.
The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other members of the fluorine family that are added to Western water supplies are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the people that drink it. So the question is, why are the social engineers adding it to the water? Simple. Dumb down the host population that the parasitic technocracy is feeding on. We developed Fluoride Shield to be the highest quality, highest standards, because I use it every day and my family uses it every single day. Let's take a closer look at the ingredients that make up this special proprietary formula. Tamarind has been celebrated for its ability to immobilize toxic fluoride residues, while zeolites have a long history of attracting and holding toxic compounds. Enter fulvic acid, an excellent cleansing agent. Then we added the highest quality shilajit, a rare compound that is collected from the high mountains of the Himalayas. We topped it all off with the powerhouse herb cilantro that is intended to mobilize fluoride and other dangerous compounds for removal from the body. And the final touch to energize this formula is our proprietary nascent iodine. And as always, consult your physician as well, because that is important.